This is a modded PS2, so it plays Japanese and American games. I got all kinds of crazy stuff going on here, so back to the main menu. We might have to take a look at this disc. And what the hell is happening here? Okay. It's the second disc that I noticed that this thing is scratching my discs. That's not good. So we're going to end it right here. See that this thing is definitely scratching my discs. Look at that.
This channel is designed for adults viewing only, and certain videos will contain rated M for mature video games, featuring realistic violence, gore and suggestive themes. If you are not an adult, do not view the content on this channel.
Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. Alright, so here we are. Looking at a PS2 Slim console right here, and we're gonna have another eBay horror story. Some pretty bad stuff going on here. So let's take a look at the eBay purchase over here for a second. Alright, so I see quantity 2. So to make a long story short, back on June 10th, I purchased a modded region-free PS2 console, not one but two. The reason why is because I have tons of Japanese PS2 games over here and PS1 games, and I have tons of PS1 American games up here, as well as down here PS2 games. So I figured, okay, if I'm going to be doing memory lane episodes, why not have one console be able to do everything? So that was my goal. Have one console be able to do everything, and I wanted to have a backup console. So let me tell you the story of how this went. This is a seller who goes by the name Retro Rewired. Alright, so make a long story short, this is the first console I received. For whatever reason, two consoles were not shipped to me. It's only one. And I was a little confused at first. So I received the first console, and apparently the second console was coming later on. Alright, so this console right here is region-free, it does its job, everything works fine, except this console does have what appears to be an overheating issue. I don't know what the deal is, but compared to my Japanese Slim PS2, this thing overheats quite a bit. On this particular console right here, when you push the eject button, it doesn't even come back out. It gets stuck. Look at that. I noticed that the console definitely has some reading issues as well. I had to clean the laser a couple times to get this thing to read properly. That's pretty much it. I got the job done. There's certain games I had problems reading. You can see that the USB ports are a little iffy on that, but can't complain too much. I was in communication with the guy about it. He was willing to send me another console to replace this one. That never happened. I decided just to keep it the way it is because I waited quite a long time to get the second console, a couple months. In between receiving that console, the new console, the second PS2, he sent me a complimentary free Sega Saturn modded console, which I can't complain, because this was free. So this was a free console that he gave me at no cost. Can't complain about that. You can see the shield on the inside is not seated properly. But again, I can't complain about that because it's free. This one also has noticeably some issues reading discs. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's one thing I did notice. So I'm still using my American Sega Saturn console. So that one actually, for some reason, had a lot of issues reading discs as well. I have tons and tons of Sega Saturn games. So apparently, Retro Rewired, when he shipped this out, he thought he shipped out my second PS2 console. I had to contact him to let him know that I still haven't received my second PS2 console. So I could have been waiting quite a long time for my second PS2 console, which I paid for. And eventually, here's the second PS2 console. And this is where I thought, things are over with, things are fine now. Received both consoles, everything's fine. Okay, so this is the second PS2 console. And I was just recording a couple of episodes on that console right here, Tekken 1 and Tekken 2, and look at the discs. Now, my discs were never like this before. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but this console destroyed my Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 disc. And now that is really, really unacceptable. And it left a huge ring on the disc. There is some dust on it, but that's nothing. I can wipe that off easily. But there we go. There's a ring going around this disc right here. Okay, so not only has this console destroyed a couple of my PS1 games, probably more than these two. So I think it destroyed Twisted Metal 3 also. It also destroyed my 007 Nightfire, which I was playing on that console when I first got it. I actually tested the console out with this game. This is one of my favorite games on PS2. I prefer to play the GameCube version of this game, but yeah, look. There's a huge ring going around it. It destroyed that as well. The bad thing is I don't remember every single thing I tested on that console. So I have like hundreds of discs. And I could have potentially accidentally destroyed one of those discs using that console, which is not cool. So at least 4 discs are destroyed. My Twisted Metal 3, Tekken 1 and Tekken 2, and my Nightfire disc. That really stinks. And now one thing I did notice is that this ribbon cable in here is supposed to be glued down, and once it slides out over here, it actually sticks up a little bit. And I think it's the ribbon cable that scratched my discs. So I'm not really impressed by the work that was done. I mean, this is not cool. The other PS2 console that I bought from him, this one right here, this is the first one I received. It doesn't do that, but it has like an overheating issue. So each console has an issue. So I can't say that I'm actually pleased with the work that was done. This is definitely not quality control right here. There was definitely no quality check done on this thing. Because it only took 20 minutes per game playing each game to actually see this happening. And thank God I didn't record more episodes. So I usually record 2 or 3 episodes one after another. And yeah, so that's not cool. Not cool at all. And I'm a little aggravated. And yeah, that is what we consider an eBay horror story right there. I paid close to $300 for 2 PS2 consoles. Waited forever to get the second one, and then the second one ended up being a disc destroying machine right here. This thing destroys discs, and that is not cool at all. And at this point, I have a Japanese slim PS2. I'll display my Japanese games on that. But I was definitely trying to condense everything down to one console. But it is what it is. These two discs are literally destroyed right now. And that sucks. So yeah, that is two retro rewired modded PS2 consoles and a Sega Saturn. The Sega Saturn console has a lot of issues reading discs. And the actual plate on the inside of it, you saw it on the back end of it. Right here, you can definitely see that it looks like it was it's not flush. It's not really in place that well. Now, I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but that's definitely not normal. That's supposed to be I haven't opened this thing up, so I don't know what's in there. But yeah, again, I can't really complain about that console because that console is free, but it definitely has some disc reading issues also. So, all three of these consoles definitely have some pretty major issues. The two PS2s I paid for, this one I can't even play games on this thing. I'm not even gonna bother trying. It destroys discs. This is horrible. And the other PS2 I can play games on, but it heats up, and I've had it freeze a couple of times on certain games, especially PS2 games. I've never had such bad luck before. Usually when I buy something, yeah, it ends up being either good or bad. This was such a bit of an incident that it stretched for a period of a couple of months, all the way back from June all the way to now. And it's almost September, and I'm still dealing with these issues. Now this I just got in the mail literally a couple days ago, and yeah, I ordered this back in June, just got in the mail a couple days ago, and it does this. It's a disc destroying machine. Like, that is not cool at all. So yeah, I would imagine this Retro Rewired has some pretty good reviews. I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know if I just have bad luck with the consoles that he sent me, or what the deal is. But at first glance, these things look like they're great, and they look like they work great. But upon closer inspection, I've had some pretty bad luck with these consoles. So I don't know if I want to say buyers beware, but buy at your own risk. These, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get a refund or what the deal is. But here you go. It sucks. I'm out of quite a bit of money. I will probably buy just a standard North American PS2 Slim or Fat PS2. And I'll keep my Japanese one to the side, and I'll just swap them out. I'll just do that. I was trying to condense it down so I don't have to play on multiple consoles, but yeah, that did not work out too well, and that sucks.